it's Kelly back with a layout for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, and the sketch today is from the very talented Miss Janet Fritz. Her link to her channel will be down below in the description box, along with all the other people who are participating in this month's sketch hop. So I struggle. I'm just going to come out here and tell the truth. I struggled with the triangles. Anytime I have to do a layout with triangles, I know that I'm going to have issues. I don't know why. It shouldn't be that hard, but I feel like I somehow overcomplicate it. I don't know. It makes me feel dumb every time. So anyway, I cut out a lot of my struggle, but don't be fooled. This took me a little while to figure out how to get this to work. So, yeah, I am going to just go ahead and cut off this yellow stripe. And then I realized I did not leave a border. Like I have the light blue border going all the way around. And I realized I didn't, so I had to pull it up and trim it off a little bit, which was no big deal, thank goodness, because up to this point had been a comedy of errors. So I'm coming up with the little strip on the side that Janet has on her sketch, and there's like just two little kind of cattywampus, two little strips of paper, and that's what I'm doing over on this side. In the end, I really love how this turned out. And I love these kind of challenges because it gets me out of my comfort zone. And although it might make me feel dumb because there's triangles in it, I still really enjoy the process. So I'm just going ahead and trimming some of this down to make that yellow piece, the yellow stripe fit. Well, I did not mat the photos the way that I wanted to originally, so I had to pull them off of the paper and remat them on here, which was thankfully, again, no big deal. Nothing. I didn't have to reprint photos or anything, so it wasn't too big of a catastrophe. Just had to add a little extra glue. And I'm going to pop that right there on some foam adhesive just to give it a little lift off the page. And like I always do, well, not always, but most of the time I always distress my edges. I took it over to my sewing machine and stitched around the triangles and around down the strip, and you can kind of see there on the back the sewing. It shows up better in person than it does on camera because it is a white thread. So I'm distressing my edges, which, like I said, I often do that. And I just like the little bit of extra texture and lift it gives the elements. So it makes the layout more interesting. So I am popping up my little photo cluster there on some foam adhesive, as well as the circular element that says "Say Cheese." And I'm going to stick pretty closely to Janet's sketch. I will be using circles and stars just like she has, but I will be adding a couple of more things. But I liked how the sketch, where the embellishment clusters were, I liked that. So like I said, I stuck pretty close to her sketch. And I'm going to use these, this thicker set from Chamel, and my title will come from this. I'm going to choose the "Oh Yeah" as my title. My grandson had come over. This was this past summer. Sister had a doctor's appointment, so he came over and hung out with me for a little while. And it was fun just to have some one-on-one time. That's pretty rare occurrence. So it is nice to have that, a little bit of that one-on-one time occasionally. And we just had fun playing with his cars, and the dog was all up in the business, as you can see in in the photos, as he always is. He has to be a part of everything. And he loves the toys. So when the kids get out their toys, he thinks that they belong to him. And it usually results in someone crying because he stole something that they wanted. And, he doesn't realize he's not a kid too, but he thinks all the toys are his. But anyway, I digress. My grandson, he has all his cars lined up here. These photos they so represent him because he loves his cars. He knows so much about cars. He can tell you the make, the model. He is definitely his granddad's grandson and his dad's son, because they are all, I say, motorheads. They love vehicles. They are, as I speak right now, at the races, racing their race car. So, like I said, they love cars. So, and he is no exception. So I needed a place to add a little bit of journaling. And so I just am going to use this little journaling strip down here at the bottom. And I'm going to call this layout done. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to go check out all the other people who are participating. You'll find the links below. And have an awesome day. Bye.